He's warning us, but then he wants us to build robots. No, it's a fulfilling prophecy. We're gonna wrap it up, and we understand data, numbers, but open-minded inside the club. So the conversation keeps carrying on between football and numbers. I'm gonna let you guys wrap it up in 60 seconds each. If you want to add something, I like that statement you gave us. Technical solutions, right? Watch out for the ownership, watch out for the protection. We have to find a sweet spot between the game and this industry.
Yeah, I will go back to a little bit of the philosophical view that I take on this very briefly, in that I think what we're trying to do in terms of collective data gathering, protection and ownership, what we're trying to build so that the industry can develop all of this, has a lot of similarities to what we need to figure out as a society. A lot of the companies who are in that other hall are making a ton of money out of all of our data, and we have no participation in this. So the question is a little bit, is data not a collective good that all of us contribute to? In our case, we're talking about maybe your company, or we're talking about Sports Radar, but you can have the same conversation about Google, Microsoft, Apple, any of those people. And shouldn't we as a society establish how we value that as a collective, and how we maybe treat it as a common rather than an individual property that a company just takes and commercializes? And I think that is a little bit where we're starting a conversation right now in sport that actually has much bigger implications about how we look at all of our data, how it's being used, how money is being made off of it, and how we protect it as a society, and how we jointly share in the value that it's creating.
This gentleman has something to reveal, apparently. Sport Dynamics closed a deal. Arnaud Santin, Sport Dynamics, what's happening in the next few days?
Yeah, we're speaking about it backstage.
Thank you.
It's a nice story because so we're announcing later, that's what you're mentioning, that we'll be renewing our contract for the long term with the National Federation of Croatia. And that's a perfect example to what we were saying before, because we've worked exclusively during the World Cup. Unfortunately, we lost against Argentina, but other teams did as well. And what is brilliant is that by far they're not the biggest federation. They barely have budget. It was long negotiations for them to put that financial budget together to work with us for the long term. But you have exactly what Damien was saying. You have coaches that know football super well. You have a federation that actually knows that data works, and that they're so small they need to do something different. That's what they've been doing. And ultimately, they also have the people that can turn that data into success. So we'll see if we win tonight and we win the Nations League this week, and hopefully the Euros next year. But it's a great announcement for us, because it's, again, showing that if you have the right mentality, the right strategy, then you can either win the Coupe de France, or you can win, hopefully, the Euros, or maybe the World Cup one day. So that's pretty great for us, and ultimately, more importantly, for them.
Using data to win. Most likely, at least these gentlemen are quite convinced you can do so. Thank you so much. Thank you. Jonas, Baer, Hoffman, Damien Comolli, Timo Gross, Arnaud Santin. Thank you so much.